Hello and welcome. This video provides a review of the MTQIP remote validation process. What agreements need to be in place to get started? All validation participants need a Remote Access Agreement, or RAA, and Business Associate Agreement, or BAA, executed to have remote validation performed. How are centers selected for data validation? Starting January 2019, MTQIP follows the following validation scheme for monitoring and improving collaborative data quality. The current validation process can be found on MTQIP calendar page of our website. First, all centers that have not been validated the previous year are validated. Second, the 8 centers with the highest error rates for the collaborative are validated. Finally, the remaining centers that have not already been selected are chosen at random until a total of 25 centers is reached for the year. Centers are selected and notified in December for the upcoming year's validations. How are the cases selected for validation? Cases are selected by applying these criteria. These cases include deaths in the ED or admissions to trauma, orthopedics, or neurosurgery services. This includes a 1-year period using the most currently available sanitized data submitted. The selected cases from the 9 criteria are then merged, randomized, and a list of cases is generated and provided to the center. How is validation scheduled? Validation scheduling is released quarterly via email notification with a scheduling poll link. Clicking this link takes members to the following page. Here, centers are asked to have one designee from their center enter their name and choose one preferred date and time. A few helpful hints. The scheduling poll is available on a first-come, first-served basis. The earlier you schedule, the more options will be available to you. In an attempt to allow all participants maximum flexibility, pending participants from the next quarter may also be included. This means each poll intentionally has more participants than slots. A frequently asked question is, what if all the slots are filled in the poll? We can add your center to the next poll. At the end of the year, if your center hasn't chosen a date, only the remaining slots are available for selection to earn points for the year. How do I know when my validation is scheduled? You will receive a confirmation from the poll entity once a date has been selected and signed up for. MTQIP staff will also provide an email confirmation approximately 7 business days after you've chosen your slot. The same confirmation will also ask that you reach out to your IT staff and request access for the MTQIP auditors and provides 2 resources to help facilitate. Number 1 is a letter you can send to your IT staff that explains validation and provides the names and contact information for the audit staff. The second is an overview of the process. A helpful hint: if you are encountering issues with your IT staff and are part of a healthcare system, please let us know. We can likely put you in contact with another hospital in your system who can help speak the IT language or potentially share how hurdles were overcome. What else do I need to do to prepare for validation? MTQIP will send you a remote meeting link that you'll use on your validation day. Prior to validation, MTQIP will notify you that we've placed your validation case list in your Dropbox folder. Finally, when your IT staff provides you with our access information, please share that with us. If your IT happens to reach out to us directly with this information, we will notify you for loop closure. What should I expect for data validation? EMR access should be open for MTQIP staff a week prior and a week following your scheduled validation visit. The week prior, we will test our EMR access, confirm same EMR view type as your staff, and provide confirmation to you that we are all set. We will use that week to abstract the charts that have been chosen for validation. On the day of validation, MTQIP validators and the center staff will meet remotely to go over the abstracted material and review any differences found between the data reported by the center and the data captured by the validators. A copy of the validation forms will be provided in the members' Dropbox folder. Members are welcome to print these out to take notes during the reconciliation meeting, but the forms are also presented on the screen. At this time, a summary of the validation will also be reviewed, which will provide the discrepancy rate, a breakdown of the types and numbers of errors found, and the overall consistency rate. This form will also be uploaded to the Center's Dropbox folder prior to meeting. A validation feedback report will be provided approximately 4 weeks after the visit. Appeals are welcomed and encouraged for all variables that are consistent with the definition. MTQIP is not an expert of your center's specific medical record, and we are more than happy to give you points back for findings that are consistent with the definition in your EMR. The appeal process is not an outlet to share unhappiness with the definition or variable, but we welcome suggestions for definition clarification, which can be submitted by using the dictionary suggestion form found on the MTQIP website below the data dictionary links. Centers have 7 days to review these findings and submit an appeal. If a longer interval is needed, that is fine too. You simply have to let us know how much longer you will need so we know when to process your report. An appeal consists of a single document that is uploaded into your center's Dropbox folder that clearly identifies where you found data consistent with the definition in your EMR. We will confirm receipt of your appeal when received. After we've gone over your appeal, we will reply with a response and any errors removed in the upcoming weeks. Some frequently asked questions we receive are: how long is validation? Validation reconciliation takes about 2 hours on average. Timing may vary depending on the number of discrepancies that were found and need to be discussed. It will also vary depending on the number of questions centers may have. What variables are open to validation? All submitted data is open to validation, but each year we try to target high-yield variables. Those include variables frequently used in the models, such as ED vital signs, variables that are frequently missed, variables used to improve care, such as VTE prophylaxis type, date, and time, and complications. What if I enter the information correctly, but the error was on the vendor end? We can provide credit for the data in the raw submission received and used by MTQIP. If it is not in the raw data, the error remains. Who has access to my score? Your validation report is uploaded into your Dropbox folder. All center staff with access to your Dropbox folder will have access. At MTQIP meetings, after a confidentiality agreement has been signed, center's unblinded validation results are presented. On the MTQIP website, center de-identified validation scores are available. The following resources were mentioned during this presentation and can be found on our website under Resources. Thank you for watching. We hope you found this material valuable.